Tricky scenario there in Marin County. And let's now go from Marin County to the South Bay. And you've got a beautiful time lapse that you wanted to check out this morning.
Oh yeah, gorgeous time lapse from on top of Black Mountain. You can see a little bit of fog bubbling up over the hills. And then my favorite part is as the sun begins to rise, the clouds turn that cotton candy pink color. It's a gorgeous start to our morning. So if you're awake right now, you might still be laying in bed. Open up your windows. Hopefully you're seeing some colors, because if you live in our North Bay, you're likely not seeing colors. You're likely seeing a few raindrops right now. So it really all depends on what part of the Bay Area you're waking up in right now. Again, North Bay communities, that's where we're seeing a few of those isolated light showers. It's nothing heavy. It's not a washout. We aren't expecting any flooding this morning, but it is something that's going to make your windshield wipers go. This is what we're looking at right now across the Bay Area. Let's put up some locators and kind of just give you a perspective across the wide scale view, because again, we are expecting this line of rain to continue to move south. But again, this might be even overdoing it a little bit. We're only expecting maybe a couple of hundredths to a tenth of an inch as this line of showers continues to push south throughout the next several hours. I would say about 9, 10 a.m. Our North Bay communities, you should be good to go when it comes to not having to deal with any rain. By about 11 noon, downtown San Francisco, Oakland, we should be good when it comes to the rain. And then by the later parts of the morning and into the early afternoon, part of our South Bay, you'll finally begin to be free of the rain. But even the rain that you do see about 2, 3 p.m., again, it should be wrapping up, and it's going to be very light in nature. An isolated North Bay community shower isn't out of the question, but it's going to be very isolated light. It's not until early tomorrow morning that our secondary round of rain will arrive. But tomorrow morning's line of rain is actually going to be a little bit later in the morning compared to this morning's. And tomorrow's isn't even going to be nearly as heavy. This morning's isn't heavy at all. And tomorrow morning's, again, it's going to be a few light sprinkles, a few light rain showers that are going to persist throughout the early afternoon. I would say between 1, 2 p.m. San Francisco, we have the best potential of picking up a few isolated spotty showers, but it's really the North Bay communities that are going to be seeing those constant showers throughout the late afternoon and then pushing south across maybe our coastal South Bay communities, parts of Santa Cruz and Monterey. You'll be seeing that rain throughout again tomorrow afternoon. It's not going to last much longer than that, quickly fizzling out. And our rainfall totals are only going to be anywhere from a couple of hundredths of an inch to a tenth of an inch across our South Bay to maybe up to a half of an inch across our North Bay communities. So again, North Bay is going to be the highest totals. And across the North Bay, again, that's really going to be where we do have that highest potential of the most beneficial rainfall. The farther south you go, again, I don't want you to get too excited about anything. Let's take a wider view, though, and show you the entire state of California, because northern parts of the state, that is where the bullseye of this atmospheric river is. That's where we're expecting over 5 inches of rain to fall. That's where we're expecting the biggest impacts to be as well. The farther south you go, like here in the Bay Area, again, it's our North Bay communities that maybe are going to be picking up a half of an inch. The farther south, the drier it goes, the drier you get. And again, we aren't really expecting anything all too much when it comes to our South Bay communities. A couple of hundredths of an inch is beneficial rainfall, but nothing that I would suggest canceling any plans for. Those temperatures are going to stay below average all weekend long, along with the potential for a few isolated showers, but it looks more impressive than it is. It's not going to be a rain all weekend scenario, but if you do have any outdoor plans this weekend, I would highly suggest you are just prepared for the rain. Those temperatures are going to stay at or above average by the mid to later parts of the upcoming week, with quite a lot more of that sunshine that's going to be returning as well. So unfortunately, Mother Nature did not time it out perfectly for us like she did last system. It does come on a weekend when many of us have outdoor plans. But like I've been talking about, it's only until the early afternoon hours today that we have the potential for rain. If you have any nighttime plans, you should be good to go. Tomorrow, very similar story. It's the early afternoon that you have the potential for rain, clearing out Sunday night, and by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you'll be seeing quite a lot more sunshine, warmer temperatures. In fact, there might even be a few beautiful beach days in our future. We just have to get through this weekend. Back to you.